Hi there, Meg.
Good morning to you both. Well, I am in the Eden Isles area, and you can see people behind me are cleaning up, and we have a bunch of the residents here who are going to talk to us in just a second, but they say they absolutely saw the tornado, and they know this was a result of the tornado. You can hear someone's alarm going off because the electricity is still on in some areas around here, even though you can see all the damage going on. Let's talk to some of the people who live here. You said, and tell me your name first.
I'm Dylan McGee.
All right, Dylan, you said, I said, do you think it was a tornado? And you said, I know it was.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
What'd you see?
Oh, I'd been up all night watching the boat, and I guess, I don't remember what time it was, but I went and woke the wife up, and I was like, hey, they just put out a tornado warning, y'all just be ready. And then I was looking out the window, and I seen the rain was going like sideways, and it like almost looked like somebody paused it, and it like stopped, and then went the other direction, and I just turned around and grabbed them and put them in the closet, and then just everything kind of went downhill after that. So
You said you heard something too. Did you hear anything?
Well, we heard the flashing on the house coming off, and there was, the wind was extremely loud. So
What's amazing to me is you have a shrimp boat right behind your house, and you were showing me pictures that, what did you say, a 500-pound weight?
Oh, yeah, one of the weights that hold the nets down while we're shrimping got yanked off the boat, and actually broke one of the pylons that the boat was tied to, and I had to go out there and pull it back in and tie it back up and everything. So.
And you said there's some houses with substantial roof damage?
Yeah, a couple houses behind us across the canal are, like, you can see, like, into the attic. I think there's two of them. There's a couple trees down back there. Big oak tree across the canal's down, and I know there's a few down the street as well.
I want some of your neighbors to come join us, and tell me what you saw.
I was using the bathroom this morning. She came in and said, there's a tornado in Eden Isles. And so we went and watched the news, and then we heard the whistling. So we took the dogs and went in the closet. And then I got on the phone with my dad. He said he lost a couple windows. And so we let it get quiet, and then went back outside and started cleaning up and looking at everything, making sure everything was good.
What is your name?
My name is Aaron Morrow.
Aaron, and so about how long did this last?
I felt like it probably lasted about 5 minutes or so. And then, you felt the wind die down, and you can go outside and look at everything. It moved the air conditioner inside the house. So.
Yeah, you showed me pictures of that. It took your outside compressor, that unit, and moved it quite a bit.
Yeah, it moved it over, and no lines were kinked or anything, so that's good.
Yeah. Was it scary, or you just react, protect my family?
Yeah, you just react, get everybody in a safe place, and then wait for it to go away.
Yeah. Everyone always says freight train. It sounds like a freight train coming. She's nodding. Tell me what you heard.
No, it was just a very, very loud whistling sound. It started shaking the windows and stuff, and immediately I was like, absolutely not. We're going somewhere else.
It felt different than normal straight line winds or high winds. Did the pressure drop? Did that feel different?
I'm not sure. It just really was, what took me over was the sound. It was so loud. I was like, this is not normal.
You hear everything flying around everywhere outside. You can hear there's stuff everywhere. So.
Yeah. What did some of your neighbors say? I mean, it looks like, people have damage, but there's none of that horrible that you see on the news sometimes, flattening. Whole areas flattened. What did some of your neighbors say?
We got some trees down, and some people's roofs are a little messed up, but everybody's house structurally is still there, standing. So. You
know what looks different? When we were driving into this neighborhood, there'll be everything normal, and then a tree branch just like sliced. Mm-hmm. You can tell and then there'll be pretty flowers all normal, and something next to it, like a 500-pound weight, is just sliced. That's what's different. What did you hear and see?
So I didn't hear much except for my husband coming in and saying, get the baby and get in the closet. But what I did, I was telling him, we were sitting in the closet, and all of a sudden my ears started popping. And I said, oh, the drop in pressure. I said, there's a tornado outside. And then I started hearing, and I said, is that roof tiles flying off? And he said, I don't know, I think that stuff hitting the house. And so, you could hear it like hitting the house, and the backyard is, our backyard, as you can see, is pretty damaged. Our child's play set is in the front yard.
Yeah, let's look at the child's play set. Did y'all move that there, or did that get picked up and brought there?
No, that was picked up and brought there by the wind, the damage. It took out the fence.
Took out the fence?
Yeah, it took out the fence, and it was in the backyard, and They had pieces of the slide all the way probably about 5 or 6 houses down in all the different neighbors' yards. We had to go pick up all the pieces of slides, as you could see.
Yeah. And have you ever experienced anything like this?
I have not actually. I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for almost 19 years, so I've always been on like a hurricane team. So anytime a tornado has come through, because we had one hit for Ida, I was not present for it. So this is actually my first experience with a tornado.
Yeah.
Not my house's first experience, but my first experience.
Yes, yes. Well, I don't like that your way of living, your livelihood, your shrimp boat is kind of messed up. Do you think it's I know the dock area is kind of messed up, but the boat has substantial damage?
No, I haven't really got out there and got on it yet. I've been kind of cleaning up the front, but the tarps ripped on it. I think one of my nets got ripped on a piling, but lost a bunch of baskets and like some shovels and rakes and stuff. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, we should be able to go back to work.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay. Well, now starts the fight with insurance, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's what we have out here in the Eden Isles area. We're going to go get some shots of the boat and those things they were showing us where 500-pound weights are moved over and that type of thing. And it does look different than when you come in and you see hurricane damage where it's just kind of a big mess. It is, again, what we just said earlier, something right here is perfectly fine, and something right here is completely split in half. So kind of classic of that tornado. But of course, we won't know until the National Weather Service determines. Okay, reporting live from Eden Isles, Meg Farris, WWL, Louisiana. Back to you.